Good evening, everyone. My name is Ali Tarnishi. I'm the host of Connect with Ali Show. Our show focuses on diversity, inclusion, equity, and highlighting the great work of the beautiful soul in our community. And today we have a beautiful soul that making a difference in our community in many ways. And please help me welcome my friend Eve Doucet. Welcome, Eve, and thank you for accepting the invitation.
Thank you, Ali.
Thank you very much for accepting the invitation.
My pleasure.
Nice to have you.
My pleasure.
And it's amazing, my friend, back when we went on the summit, we connected, and it's funny that the first time we see each other physically.
Yes, yes.
So we can connect actually virtually.
You can, yeah. It's actually possible to connect virtually. We connect all the time virtually.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
And at the summit, that's how it started. We started with the summit. It's what is holding us back from connecting as one word. And when I shared the topic with my friend Eve, he, without his hesitation, and he said, yes, I am in. And he was there, and he gave a great speech. What do you think, my friend Eve, what is holding us back from connecting as one word?
Well, if I was to say one thing that's holding us back is our thoughts. Yeah, we're thinking way too much. And our thoughts are leading us down the path of like comparison and like that's the way the brain works, right? Like I want this and you have that, and like I want what you have, and pretty soon I make up stories about who you are, and I haven't met you yet. But when I met you online, I let go of my thoughts. I said, no, this is a soul. A soul is like pure. It doesn't have thoughts. It has pureness of action, yeah? Yeah, so to me, I think if I look at, if you look at the divergence of our society, right? Like there's 8 billion people on this earth, and there's 8 billion versions of a belief.
Wow.
Right? There's not like the Christians and the different religions. There's not that. There's not different like societies. There's 8 billion different beliefs. 8 billion.
Okay.
Right? And so we're looking to connect, right? And we're looking to connect to some, like, okay, you believe what I believe, so therefore you're voting pink. I'm going to say pink, not because I want to pick a party, right? So you're voting pink, so therefore you and I connect. Yeah, that's what we're taught in school. If you have things that we can connect together. You like sewing, or I like sewing, or maybe you like snowboarding, I like snowboarding, we connect, yeah? But then everything else is not connecting. We have 1 or 2 things that we connect on. But if we just could remove that like belief that we have, that we must connect on certain things, and just see the soul that's in front of us, and the expression of that soul, without being good or bad, we would connect. And you don't need to be physically there. You can be virtually there, and yeah,
so
you can connect.
So the thought, my friend Dave, that's what's holding people from connecting.
100%.
The thought and the belief, they are very powerful.
Like it's like we go to war because of belief. Lots of bad things have happened because of beliefs, right?
Judgment too, huh?
Judgment. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, like
and you shared in one of the speech that you shared like the belief are powerful, and yes, that's he said whatever you practice you will become.
Yeah,
and
it's true though.
I will just go back to the belief. He said our beliefs are made up. Belief are powerful. They can unite us or divide us.
Yeah, and we used belief on both things. We've used belief to survive. Belief is powerful. It's something that we all have. You have a belief, I have one.
Definitely.
Yeah, and that belief leads you to like move. That's the purpose of belief. Like if we all have a belief, that's something common. Every single person on this earth has a belief.
Definitely.
Right, so that we can connect on that. You have a belief, right? I have a belief. Okay, good. What's your belief? The purpose of belief, though, I'm not interested really in your belief. I'm interested in the purpose of your belief, i.e., what are you doing to go actually disprove this belief, right? So let's say you have, okay, you're in the woods. There's no Moncton, right? You're in the woods, right? You're living in the woods, and you say, I believe there's blueberries out there in that path, yeah, right? So that's your belief.
So
right?
you trust.
So you trust. So you go there looking for it moves you forward. Yeah. And if you get attacked by a bear and you don't find blueberries, you come back and you're going to say, I believe there's a bear over there now.
Yes.
Right? So now you're going to freeze. You're not going to go. Right?
Definitely.
Right? So those are beliefs. The interesting thing about beliefs is you're looking for blueberries, you will not find everything else that could feed you. It's raspberries, strawberries.
Because you're
Because
kind
you're
of blocked.
focused on the belief.
Tunnel vision.
So that's the power of a belief. You have tunnel vision, right? You only see the people that believe like you believe.
Love that.
Right?
Love that, and that's probably what one of the biggest things that's
Yeah.
creating this war, creating this division,
Yeah.
and disconnect us, because
They
I
do,
believe
yeah.
in this, and you follow me, or you will be in trouble.
Right.
And you believe in this, and
Yeah.
if you don't follow, you'll be in trouble. And that's the thing. That's what we should be open for different things and open.
Absolutely. And if you look at what's happening with social media, it's actually the individual beliefs that are being promoted, not the group beliefs anymore. We used to have families and religion that were more, and countries that were more tied together. But now what's happening with social media, it's every individual's belief, right? And the more you look for that belief, the more it feeds you that belief, right? Until you do something about that belief to prove it wrong,
Okay.
right? Yeah.
Okay.
So belief is just something that we have to have in order for us to survive.
So just a motive to
It's
push
just,
us.
yeah.
But that belief,
Yeah.
you can change it if it's not serving you.
Of course you can change it. Yeah, like science has been like proven, epigenetics has proven you can change your personality, your beliefs, and even some part of your body too. Yeah,
Okay.
you can actually, it can change physical aspect of your body once you change your beliefs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is exactly, this is what I love what doing with this. It's a conversation that matter. A lot
Yeah.
of people like they kind of like afraid to talk about a certain topic. They are not, but that is something that we have to face, something that we
Yeah.
have to talk about. Because during COVID, my friend Eve, we noticed like people, there is a lot of things change. People know that there is
Yeah.
more thing important than the material stuff, than the social media, than many things, like family, like
Do you think
health.
people don't know that now?
Well, now probably they know, because
It's been a year.
It's been a year, but
Yeah.
they
During
realize,
COVID,
they realize
yeah.
big time.
Yeah,
Because,
I think people realize that. I think they did, that there's something more important. Yeah.
Because I think during
Yeah.
COVID, my friend, a lot of people, like, it doesn't matter if you're black or white, it doesn't matter if you
Yeah.
have a red passport or green passport, you can't go anywhere because everything was blocked. It doesn't matter if you have money, you don't, everybody's staying home and hoping when this is going to be finished. So that is just to show how we are at the end, all one community, all one human, if we have the same heart, if
Yeah.
we look into the soul
Yeah.
and be there for each other and support each other and
Yeah.
take that competition and try to complement each other.
I tell my mom was very religious, she's Catholic. I tell my mom, she was complaining about being stuck. I say, well, I think this is God telling us that we need to learn a lesson and we all been sent to our rooms. That's
Behave.
And then if you can't stand yourself, like
Yeah.
we'll stay there for 2 years, and if you can come out
We'll add
stand
another one.
and you still love yourself, then okay, you're okay. Right?
No, it's true. Like this is a big, just like an example, my friend. Like if you have a little child, and you're trying to teach them something, and they don't want to listen, you tell them, hey, don't do that.
Yeah.
And they still don't listen. At the beginning, you just say to the low voice. Second time, you say, hey, that's not. Then they do something, they still don't listen. You will yell at them. So
Yeah.
the same thing for us. God was like, was telling us, like,
Not listen.
you guys, you should be good people. You guys
Yeah.
should be like there for each other. You guys should be like, go back, a journey back to humanity, and stop like this war, this greed, this judgment, this discrimination, this racism, all this, and get back. This is like a 2 years, so you can reflect.
Yeah.
Can you see? Can understand? And this is just like the
Yeah,
way.
it is. Yeah, and it's like it's the belief that we are important for some reason. Like we believe
The
we're
ego.
important. We're
The ego
ego.
is a
We
big
believe
thing.
we're important, right? But really, we're all the same.
Big time.
Like we're all the same. Like at our last day of our lives, we're all the same.
100%.
Like the material things that we had, all gone.
We won't take it with
The
us.
body that we built so
won't
hard.
fall it and take it to the grave. No.
No. Your body, all gone. Yeah. Your titles, all gone. The books, all gone.
Everything.
Everything you've done won't matter at that last minute.
And it's
So
funny.
if we already know we're going there, that it
Why?
won't matter, can we just get there now?
Get along.
And now we can connect because it doesn't matter.
100%.
Right.
We came naked and we live naked.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter. Right.
what the Pharaoh of Egypt, like
Right.
they were like holding gold and put
Yes.
it beside them,
Yes.
and they thought they would take it with them.
Yes.
And when they die, the thief come and take it, steal it.
No, right? Right.
And that's something that's really we should focus on as and they say, I love what you were doing, like you sharing your journey, you sharing it on video, on YouTube, on TikTok and stuff like that, because you never know who you could affect, who you could get influenced or being inspired by your story.
It's interesting, because I asked myself when I lost my lawsuit, one of the things I asked, because I didn't have any money, I thought, what am I going to leave my kids? Yeah. And you know what I came up with?
What?
I'm going to leave them a better story about themselves.
Love that.
Yeah, I'm going to leave them like with a better story, because I gave them a story. Right? I gave them the story of my beliefs. I gave them my beliefs. And my beliefs aren't true. They're just a made-up thing. I'm going to leave them something better than that. That they can actually change their beliefs. They can actually see beyond their beliefs and see a potential for everything, right? And it's not that they're better or worse than other people. It's just that we're all the same.
I love that. Love that, because there is one thing that you could buy your children the best thing, the best toy, best clothes, everything. But what do you know? What you will remember? You will remember the moment you spend with them.
Yeah.
The memory you are creating with them. And I always say to my son, like when I always like take pictures, he said, "Daddy, you take so many pictures." I said, "This is like a memory I'm creating. One day I will show you this. You want to remember like what food we eat, or what ice cream we bought, or what I bought you. This will bring the memory back, and you can share it, you can talk about it, and that is creating a memory." That's what you're saying.
It's like, so like this is interesting, because how do you change a belief? Like, how do you change a belief? Because like if you have a belief and you look for confirmation bias for your belief, you're going to find it. You're going to find it on social media. You're going to find it with your friends, and that's your belief, right? So, and you're going to find it with your kids, and pretty soon your kids are going to look that. Right? Why? Because you're going to be so entangled with your belief, and your kids are going to say, "Well, I have a belief too." Yeah. So they'll be separating from you. Like I had that happen to me.
You have their own personality.
Yeah. I had that happen to me with my daughter. Right. I was like, she was part of the feminist movement. Right. And I was the target. I'm a white old guy. Right. So I'm part of the other side, but I'm not. I love my daughter, right? So every time she would come up with stories, I would say, "Well, have you thought about this way?" Well, every time I would do that, we would go like that,
different
direction, and then I just started to accept that she had a belief, and the belief is just a path that you discover until you fail. You discover something else, and you take another path.
It's a learning experience. So
then I didn't try to change her. I accepted her as she was, right?
And you live in peace with that.
Yeah, I live in. So you have a belief. It's not the same as mine. I'm okay. Yeah. And so how do you create a change in belief? You create moments, like you just said. Like when you're with someone, right, and you're with that person, you're not anywhere else with that person. You have the opportunity to create a belief, to create a memory, a moment. And that's living.
And that's living.
Right? When I lost my lawsuit at 52, I thought, you know what? For the first 52 years of my life, I lived the same life every day. Chasing after money, chasing after cars, chasing after glory, chasing after title, chasing after the sale. I'm not going to do that anymore. I decided to live every single day.
What changed, Eve, like when you are not chasing that anymore? How you feel totally different? You feel live in the moment, huh?
Well, I'm at peace every day. Like I don't go to bed with a regret or angry. I go to bed peacefully. Every day I wake up and it's a brand new day, and every day I live the best life of my life. It doesn't matter. I don't need to be somewhere else than here. I have abundance here. I just take what's here.
And that's
all. I just accept what's here, and I work with what's here. Right? And then that's it.
That's the power of now.
That's the power of now. Well, you read that. It's a good book.
Yes.
You read that book? Did you ever hear him speak? That's Eckhart Tolle.
Yes, it's amazing, and I think that's what Eve, my friend, is the power of now. That's a blessing in itself. A lot of people like worrying about the past, trying to chase the future, but ignoring what is important. That is now. I am living now. I am kind of like ignoring what it should be.
It's like I lived in the fear, right? For 10 years, I went to court for 10 years, and it went like that. I lost 10 years of my life. Didn't
and
sleep.
You can get it back. That stain is gone.
No, that's gone. Yeah. What if heaven is right now with your son, or heaven with my daughter, or I don't want to miss the moment. Yeah, I give hugs. I give like longer hugs. I create moments every day. Every day is kind of like a discovery for, okay, what is going to happen today, and then accepting that it's not what I want. Yeah. But I don't dictate life. Yeah.
Acceptance
and then
is
you
a big
use
thing.
what you have, and you say, okay, well, how can I make this a moment? How can I create a moment from this place, from this reality? So you're asking how, let's connect. How do we connect? Well, it's by accepting what's right now in front of me, right? Without any judgment or reaction, regrets, or future, right? Right? Too busy to live in the moment because we're busy looking at the future. I got to hurry up for the weekend. Right?
What now?
Well, when you think about it, like we're basically building a life that we live for the escape. We work all year to go on a holiday. We work like dogs all week to go
to the weekend.
To the weekend.
Why don't live it every day?
And then we escape during the weekend. Right? We're not there during the weekend.
I will share with you a story about once I was going to YMCA. And after we were working out, having a shower, I found a gentleman, and he said, "I'm just going to enjoy my life." He retired. He said, "I just retired yesterday," and it was he was like almost like 70 or something, 60 something. I said, "I'm going to enjoy my life," and there was like I had a thought in myself. I said, "Do I have to wait till I be 60 to enjoy my life?" And I have that reflection. I said, "I'm going to live my life every day, today, and every day, every morning, every night." And as you mentioned, as you said, live the moment. If you have a dream you want to achieve, go for it. Don't worry what people will think. Somebody will laugh at me. I will do it anyway. If I fail, I will learn. If I succeed, at least I did it. I don't regret.
Yeah, that's true, and that's the long and the short of it, right? And so, so if you want to live that life every day, does that mean you park your life during work?
No.
No,
you have to
live your life during work, right?
Yes.
What if you don't like your work? Well, you still have to deal with the fact that you don't like what you're doing.
Accept it.
And you accept that, and you say, okay, well, how am I going to make the best of this, right? What is the opportunity and the possibilities? And there's opportunity and possibilities when you let go of the chatter in your head.
Right? The noise.
The noise, which is all, like I'm going to say it this way. You have an emotion that comes from the body, that's been stored there for centuries, like it's a story of trauma of something. You have an emotion, you have a thought from that emotion, or maybe the thought creates the emotion, one of the two, okay, and then you have a behavior. And that basically leads all the way for a confirmation of your belief.
It's all connected.
Yeah, so whatever you're experiencing and you're executing leads to the
behavior.
It leads to a behavior, and the behavior leads you to the confirmation of what you believe about yourself.
Definitely.
All the time. Right? So once you know that, then you say, okay, then if I can basically see the emotion, like I have, I can actually choose something else than the same behavior, the same path, and a different life. Right? Living the same life for 52 years is not living.
No.
But living a different life once a day for a week is like amazing.
It's a life, yeah.
It's amazing, so I don't separate work from, for me, it's a work, and Dovaco, that's what we do. It's work and family, it's the same thing. I don't want you to change personality because you're at work.
Definitely, and that is one thing, my friend, Eve. It's about being in connection with yourself, being in connection for the person who is behind the wall or outside the wall. Because you don't show one face to people at work and you come home and I shouldn't do that. Be that person even when nobody looking, and that's when you have like the connection, you have the fulfillment, you have the satisfaction. And it's all about satisfaction.
It's all about that. So you like, the question is, how do we connect? Let's connect, right? That's the question. And it's a great question, right? And I go back to that question because I know how war starts. Two people disagree. I have a judgment against you. You're different than me. You have more than me.
I am right, you're wrong.
Yeah, I'm right, you're wrong. Yeah, for sure. And I'm right, you're wrong. Right?
Exactly.
Like that, that's how a war starts. That's not the real question. The real question we should be asking ourselves is, how does love start? And if you can answer that question every time you have a thought, okay, that's how war starts. Because if I judge that person for, maybe that person is an alcoholic, I'm judging that person. Maybe that person is homeless, I'm judging that person.
What can I do to help them?
Yeah, so if you say, well, okay, now I'm judging them, how does love start? Right?
It's by our action. We have to show them like affection, show them more interest to help them.
It's a game changer. It's a game changer.
Definitely.
Because then you start to connect with people. Like, you start treating people like people. You start looking at it differently. You start to accept them, and they feel heard. And the number one thing every single human on this planet wants to do is to belong.
You hate it there, my friend.
That's
belonging.
It. Belonging.
Because when you feel belonged, you feel welcome.
Yes.
You will thrive.
Yes.
If you don't, you will feel like, why I am rejected, and you just like that's where hate starts.
That's where hate starts.
And Martin Luther said once, he said, darkness cannot drive darkness out.
No.
Only light can do that.
Only light.
Hate cannot drive hate out.
No.
Only love can do that.
Only love can do that.
And it's true.
And like you said something that I said during my talk that you connected with. In life, you get what you practice.
100%. I love that.
So if you practice judgment, you're going to get judged.
Yeah, big time.
That's what happened to me. I was judging other people. I got judged.
Yeah, you get the judge.
Right? So whatever you practice, you become. Whatever you practice, you become. Like the brain does not understand the difference between a negative or a positive. Try not to think of an elephant. It's too late.
Yes, it's already
too late, right?
Yeah,
so if you go around and say elephant, 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 you're going to start looking for elephants.
Yeah, everywhere. Oh, that guy have a
you won't become an elephant,
yes.
but you may act like one. I'm not sure, but you're going to like start dreaming of like that's what you like. That's what you. If you buy a new car, you see all the same cars.
It's true.
Yeah. Why? Because the brain does not distinguish between reality, right, and the right or wrong, and what you practice. It does not understand. Okay. So be careful what you practice. So that's why I'm thinking, okay, if I know how war starts, and I don't want to practice that, because I don't want to be creating war and diversity and divisions between people. I want to be peaceful, right? So I'm going to practice love. I'm going to practice compassion. I'm going to practice forgiving.
And you will get love. You'll get forgiveness. You'll get everything. Okay?
Yeah.
And you mentioned earlier something that's about like. Yes, like once say I'm wrong and you're right. It's not about who is right. It's about what is right.
What is right? Yeah.
What is right.
Well, actually, I'm going to challenge you about that. It's about what's missing.
What is missing?
Yeah. So when you're right and I'm wrong, then I always like look for what is missing. What is missing that you have to be right?
Acceptance.
What is missing inside of you that you need to be right?
Just satisfaction.
And usually you need to belong. There was this friend of mine who. He went to Africa and he came back and he was like it was a beautiful trip, right? And he starts talking to me about what was happening in Ottawa, and they had a protest going on there, and I was pretty upset. So he's like on one side and I'm on the other side. So we're like on opposing belief. Okay. So he called me when he arrived to the airport. He says, I'm back home. I've been away for 3 months. He was happy to see me, and he says to me, I'm surprised you're not in Ottawa. And I just lost it. I lost it. I just said, you know what? Like, my daughter's there. They're serving a peace. Like, this is wrong. This is wrong. He said, well, okay, well, it's nice to be back. We'll talk to you later. And I thought, right, I was right. And he was wrong. Right? And I thought to myself, what's missing here? So I go back to see him and apologize to him. I said, listen, that wasn't the right way to receive you. I'm sorry. I was tired. I apologize, right? And he said, no problem. And we start talking about stuff, and he starts talking to me about his trip. And he says to me, I was in Africa, and the friends there that I met was amazing, right? And then it hit me. What was missing with him is that he wanted a friend, and I wasn't.
And it was behavior. Behavior, it was like a thought, emotion, and just raised. And we are talking about what needs to be done, my friend, what needs to be changed. And we talked about acceptance. We talked about practicing what you want to see in the world. We did change and see in the world. And we did the summit. And this book come out of it, Let's Connect, One Word, One People. And 100% sale of the book go to the community, go to help children. And last year we supported like Boys and Girls Club, we supported YWCA, and we supported the Queen of Hearts.
Beautiful, yeah.
So it's all making a difference in people that they are struggling in their life, and one day they will be the one that's making a difference in people's life. So conversation that matter. I know time is chasing us, my friend. What is the last word, last thought that we can lead this beautiful audience want to hear and to be part of this community and make a change in the world, make a change in the community?
Well, I think I'm going to say it this way: you matter. Like you matter. Like you matter. Everything you do matters. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Everything you do matters. Everything you practice matters. Yeah. You matter. Like you have an influence on everything you touch. Every single time you touch someone, physically or not, right? You impact that person. Every single time. You don't know the impact you have, but you do. Yeah.
So everybody matter.
Yeah.
Don't say I don't matter. Don't say I can't make an influence, or I can't make a change. Be the change you want to see in the world.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
you never know. Share your story. Tell a compliment to somebody. Smile. That's the easiest thing you can do. Just smile. You could see somebody that maybe having a hard day. You smile, and maybe he will smile without realizing, just by seeing you smiling. And that's what we can do. I now have 30 seconds left. I just want to take this opportunity, my friend, and thank you very much for accepting the invitation and sharing this golden nugget with us. We wish we have more time. Thank you very much, Eve.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you, my friend.
Pleasure.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone, and see you next time.